Right now, RNC Chairman Reince Priebus is here to go on the record. Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Good evening, Greta.
Well, I've seen your letter to Andrew Lack, president of NBC News, and it says the handling of that debate, CNBC, was conducted in bad faith. Why do you say that? Those are fighting words.
Well, if you go through the letter, and anyone can look at it at GOP.com or anywhere else, I would imagine, on the internet. But the truth is that we were betrayed, and I think the candidates were betrayed by CNBC, and we need to look out for the candidates in these future debates. But the truth is that what they promised was straight up finance. It's all spelled out there in the letter, and that wasn't delivered. They promised that they would have an open-ended question up front, kind of like a pseudo-opening statement about freedom or finance, something that was within the realm of CNBC's mission. That didn't happen. Instead, it was about your greatest weakness. The questions were argumentative, petty, put-downs in many cases, purposely pitting candidates against each other, everything that they promised not to do, everything from the beginning to the end. And so, look, CNBC is an arm of NBC. I am not going to allow us to move forward until we communicate with the candidates, getting obviously some serious conversations of what it is that all of the candidates can agree on, and then take those suggestions back to the networks to make sure that what happened 2 days ago doesn't happen again.
Well, in all candor, I thought the first question was your weakness was sort of a silly one to begin with, but at the very least, I sort of expected, since it was CNBC, that this was a business debate, and it would have at least been what's your business weakness? I mean, why do you think they strayed off business into other topics?
Right. Well, if you look at their release, and again, you go online and look at the letter, we spell out clearly what CNBC themselves promised in this debate. We have contracts. I mean, this is not like we move forward willy-nilly and see whatever happens and move on. These are things that have been agreed to, and when you make agreements and they're not followed, obviously. Yep.
So what does NBC do? I mean, how does it get back? How does it get back on track now with the RNC?
Well, look, I mean, obviously we have to, our job is to stand up for our candidates, and so the first thing that has to happen is talk to the candidates, see what it is that they want and what we need to advocate for. So that's the first step. I mean, it's all about obviously putting the candidates in the best light possible, so communicating with them is always first. But look, I mean, you saw across the board, most of the candidates, I think, I saw some anyway, were praising the fact that we did this, and they agreed with it. So, look, we're going to be on offense in regard to these debates. And what happened the other day was a betrayal. It was embarrassing. And look, like I said the other day, the fact is, we have to protect these candidates moving forward. And obviously, today was a big step in that direction.
A number of the campaigns are getting together this weekend to discuss the CNBC debate. Are you part of this discussion? Are they doing this themselves?
Well, look, we're in communication, Greta, all day long with the campaigns. I mean, I'm going to go through all the lists, but every single campaign, almost every day, including today, including the candidates. This is about what I believe, and I don't know how many campaigns, but this is about, from what was reported in Politico, by the way, which isn't what the narrative is now, but what's reported in Politico is that the campaigns are getting together, some of them, to see what they can agree on, so that they can make a list of things they agree on that then we can go advocate for on behalf of the campaigns to the networks. As you can imagine, with 14 candidates, not all 14 actually agree on what they want.
Is it enough for NBC to say, look, we're sorry, it won't happen in February when you come back to NBC, that this is not CNBC, or do you want more?
Well, look, personally, I want more, and I'm sure we're going to talk to the candidates to see where they're at. But I would imagine that moving forward after the other night, it's going to take a lot more than just, hey, just trust us, we'll do a great job, because what happened the other day was a breach of trust.
All right. Well, you know, on the record, we're here every night, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. If you all want to come back and talk to us, you're welcome anytime. Mr. Chairman, nice to talk to you, sir.
Thank you, Greta.